Hey guys, what's up? Still no computer, so sorry about that. But I was going through tutorials today and everything, because I try to learn at least two, flourishes or cardistry things or magic tricks, color changes or passes, anything like that. Try to learn at least two a week. That was gross. I like spit on myself. But like I said, I try to learn at least two a week, and I found something out that I haven't seen really covered. I looked it up, didn't see any videos really at all. Tutorials are very, very finicky. Like some people can learn by just watching it be done, and other people, like myself, I like to hear certain things said, like, okay, you have to grip and turn your hand a certain way. I like to more depth behind the tutorial. That's something about me that I have to learn that way. Uh like there are great cardists who do tutorials of their flourishes, and I have a hard time following it because it's just like bam 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 done. Like Connor O'Kane. That dude he's incredible. And like I can learn, pieces of the flourish, but eventually, I'm ADHD, so I'm flying all over the place trying to figure this thing out. If somebody's speaking, someone else, I can't remember the guy that runs the channel, but he put a tutorial up and he actually spoke about the tutorial. He spoke during it, is what I meant to say. Sorry about that. And it was a little bit easier to learn. Uh the snow globe flourish. I love that thing. I've been doing it nonstop because it just feels good and everything. I might do a tutorial myself. But like Daniel Madison. Daniel Madison has a really strange way of teaching things, but there's parts of some parts he thoroughly describes or, thoroughly details everything. And then there's some parts where he's kind of like, you should know how to do this. Bam. There it is. And you're like, what the fuck just happened? But, I mean, what is that? Like, I want to hear people's input about this. Like, do you like to just watch and it be done, or do you like detailed? Like, I'm not saying that I want a detailed flourish tutorial to be like 20 minutes long and outrageous, but there are certain parts that people have problems with that nobody can really explain in the tutorials. That's the things that, if you were creating the flourish, like what part did you have the most problems with when you were creating it, and then how did you fix that? Like what little tweak did you do? Or when you were learning a specific flourish like Sybil or anything, like Sybil was really strange for me because it was like the first two-handed thing I learned. I think that's it for everybody, but the whole spinning and grabbing with, your ring or your middle and your pinky was really bizarre to me because I wasn't used to it. I play guitar, yeah, my hands are limber or whatever, but that's a whole different kind of movement. And it took me a while to figure out what to do with my ring finger to not make the cards flick out. And I mean, maybe it's just time and dexterity, but I would have liked to have known something about that instead of trying to throw cards all the time, which I mean is part of the practicing. It's part of learning everything. You're going to mess up, you're going to drop cards. I'm not saying you don't do that, but like, what do you guys think? Like, what is your guys' whole thing about tutorials? Do you love, the simplistic? I'm going to show you, I'm going to go over it a few times, just doing the maneuver, the flourish, slow and then fast and then different angles? Or do you like to be told in detail or told, in length, I guess you could say, about specific parts of it? Like, what are your guys' things? Let me know down in the comments. I'll reply. I love to hear everybody's feedback. So let's find out what everybody likes.